Alright. Now without further ado, I'm going to introduce our next speaker. Ryan Denham is the founder of the University of Arkansas Normal years ago in chapter in Fayetteville, Arkansas. In 2006, he spearheaded a campaign in Eureka Springs to make marijuana possession the lowest priority for arrest. To many people's surprise, it was adopted and passed overwhelmingly with 65% of the vote. So Ryan decided to try the same thing in Fayetteville, Arkansas, just a little bit to the west and south, and went through the same planning, and in 2008, that measure was successful with even a greater majority of voters in Fayetteville. And through the same careful planning, he has made great events, raised awesome awareness in Fayetteville, and has gone on to spawn many great activists like Rob over here at the U of A table, and some of the other great students, activists that have came from U of A. Now this has spurred fresh momentum in our area for marijuana law reform. Ryan is one of the people that really got this ball back rolling here in the four-state area. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you Ryan Denham from Fayetteville Normal. Give him a round of applause, everybody.
Cannabis revival. Can I get a legalize it?
Legalize it!
I want to thank y'all for showing up today. Like Kelly said, my name is Ryan Denham. I'm from Fayetteville, Arkansas Normal, and the Students for Sensible Drug Policy. Now, I don't know about you all, but I'm really sick of marijuana prohibition. We've surpassed 20 million arrests in the United States since 1937. Last year was the second highest marijuana arrest rate in recorded history, and also the highest marijuana arrest rate in California. So a lot of people think it's legal or decriminalized in California, which it is decriminalized, but tens of thousands of people are still getting arrested even in California today. So, we have to stop this now. I want to also remember Jack Hare, the father of the hemp movement, who has passed away this year. For those of you who are not familiar with the book, The Emperor Wears No Clothes, it's an encyclopedic journey into marijuana, historical journey into marijuana. It's a great book to check out. I just want to tell you quickly how I got involved with Normal. I actually went to college here at Missouri Southern State University, and I went to the Heads versus Feds debate in 2000. And for those of you not familiar with the Heads versus Feds debate, that is High Times Magazine versus the DEA in a debate. And it just really blew my mind to see the DEA and High Times here in Joplin, of all places, debating this. So it really got me interested and motivated, and I really realized at that point that I wanted to dedicate a lot of my time towards, legalizing marijuana. I've certainly been impacted by marijuana laws. A lot of my friends have been impacted by marijuana laws and other drugs, and I certainly know people that are in prison right now for marijuana. I also want to, just quickly thank Kelly, Maddie, Adriel, Kelsey, and Kyle for putting this amazing festival together in Joplin Normal and SSDP. Let's give them a round of applause. So like Kelly mentioned, I am from Arkansas, your southern neighbor here in Missouri. Arkansas is usually known for being, one of the last states in the nation to get their act together. We're really not progressive, unfortunately. But we have, been progressive a little bit on the marijuana laws, thanks to our Normal chapter. Like Kelly mentioned, we passed in 2008 the lowest law enforcement priority in Fayetteville. That was passed with over 66% of the vote. And the city of Fayetteville did not ignore the law. They've actually added it to their website. They've codified the law. They send the annual notifications to the President of the United States, the Drug Czar of the United States, all our state and local officials, federally, and in the legislature. So, Fayetteville is recognizing the law. So this does, we really can change laws here in the Midwest, in the Bible Belt. Before that, we went to Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And quickly, is anybody here from Arkansas? Woo! All right. So we went to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and we did the same thing. We passed the lowest law enforcement priority initiative. We got that idea from Columbia, Missouri, who passed it in 2004. Woo! Is anybody from Columbia here today?
Hell yeah!
All right. So, Arkansas is kind of, Bill Clinton's, he's infamous for saying, he didn't inhale. He's kind of lame. I kind of like how Obama said it, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here, but he said, I inhaled. Is that the point? Arkansas is also known for the meat action. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but this actually was smuggling cocaine and heroin back from South into Arkansas, and then selling it, to gangs and drug dealers, and then arresting us after we got busted with it. So if you guys have not heard about the Meaning Connection, some interesting information, YouTube it, Google it. What we're working on now is a medical marijuana initiative in Arkansas, and we haven't really told too many folks about this, but Cannabis Revival will be the first people to know that we are going to legalize medical marijuana in 2012 in Arkansas. It's going to be a progressive medical marijuana law. It's going to include dispensaries. It's going to include grow your own marijuana, and it's going to have a very liberal amount of debilitating conditions where people can qualify for medical marijuana. My buddy Rob over here at the table, he spearheaded the SAFER initiative at the University of Arkansas, and we passed that initiative, which essentially tells the university to equalize alcohol and marijuana penalties. On our campus and like many other campuses across the nation, you get in a lot more trouble for a joint than you get if you're, get caught with underage with a 20-pack or 30-pack. So, we thought it was common sense. We just wanted to equalize alcohol and marijuana penalties. We overwhelmingly passed the initiative. We got 1,300 signatures to get to that point. We then, Rob did a lot of hard work working with the administration. The administration finally voted on it at the University of Arkansas, and they voted to pass it. And this group of the administration included, the police chief. This included the head, the head officer from the health department there at the university. So we were really happy to see that they passed and voted yes to basically push our initiative along and make it part of student policy. Unfortunately, well, let me back up a little bit. They actually said they were going to do it, and they actually put flyers in the dorm rooms telling the students the new drug and alcohol policy. And we got on TV, we got in the media, we weren't going to be shy about it. They passed what we said. We told the university we were going to pass. And a week later, the chancellor came back and vetoed it. So we did some protests, and there's not really much we can do at this point, but we realized that the next step is really to focus on something else and work towards medical marijuana.